I didn't sleep well last night. I was up, writing. For nothing in particular, I just love to write. As if there was some amount of comfort to be found by connecting ink to paper. I like to write about yesterday. I like to make plans for tomorrow. But if I'm completely honest with myself, I had an intense love for writing down complete nonsense. And I like the fact that at nighttime, the most abstract of thoughts could make perfect sense. Now I often think of the mind and how it keeps me up at night, and how dreaming was just another way of writing love letters. Now, I was 13 when I realized that my dreams were easy to forget. I remember the times I forgot them and often the hows and whys that came packaged with them. I remember how dreaming used to keep me up at night of all things, as if they could just take sleep away. Now take for instance yesterday, when you stayed awake just a few minutes too late and went to bed with sore eyes for the rest of the night, because you forgot that it's happened before. Laying in bed, all your bones were sore but sleep couldn't find you, so you got up and locked your door and started writing bedtime stories to the darkness, but the furthest one from sleep was always you. And so you wrote, until the rise of the sun, and so marks Sleepless Night number 1. At nighttime, I used to like dancing. And I know that I haven't been to many dances in my lifetime, but I was damn good at imagining what they may have been like. And when I was dancing alone in the basement at night, I could imagine the look on her face when I fumbled over her feet for the 9th time. I could imagine beautiful lights, the stereo playing music that nobody liked, and all of the men who were too shy to step up. And it was at nights like this that I couldn't help but laugh at the fact that I had 2 left feet, dancing circles around my mistakes like the last worried soul that tried to erase the part of him that used to say making a mistake is wrong. It really wasn't. And I know that now because there are 100 past mistakes bouncing off my walls like a drum, somehow creating a rhythm then finding their way back to me. They guided my word paces into paces of 3, and I began to see the beauty in the circles of which I walked. And a part of me hoped that locked in the center is something that I could call true, because I didn't have a lot of that. And so marked Sleepless Night number 2. Now they weren't all this way. I remember nights when I used to hang notes on my closet door, each one a reminder to a dream I had the night before, and each dream a war between reality and metaphor, because most of the times I couldn't tell the difference, and I began to lose myself in the sea of shotgun shells of it all, one idea suddenly exploding, destroying the last every imaginary ghost from the closet, trying to convince me that I was the one losing control. In the contrast, I like nighttime, because it was a time when nonsense could meet reason. And the reason for that nonsense was to be written down in such a way where bleeding ink meets paper and creates a love story between an insomniac and his dreams. Because nighttime was a time where paper and ink could mean something. And with that I ended my story, by connecting ink to paper and writing "So concludes Sleepless Night number 3. I signed it myself, put it in an envelope, put that envelope in a bottle and sent it off to sea. The same way that one would send an SOS message that reads, "Lately, this is what I've been through. I need you to be my dream come true. So cut me some ink and paper because I'm starving for an answer." Now I often think of the mind and how it keeps me up at night, and how dreams are just other ways to write love letters.